Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're a golf fan or even someone who just enjoys the drama of elite sports, you're going to love today's discussion. We're taking a closer look at the latest action on the PGA Leaderboard and what it reveals about the intensity, pressure, and excitement of professional golf. Whether you follow every tournament or only check the scores occasionally, the PGA Leaderboard tells an incredible story about the world's best golfers competing at the highest level. Now, let me ask you something before we dive in. When you check a sports leaderboard, what do you usually look for first? Do you search for your favorite player's name, or do you immediately look at the top to see who's leading? In golf, that simple list of names and scores actually hides an entire story of strategy, patience, and mental strength. Right now, one of the biggest events in golf is underway, and fans around the world are watching closely as the leaderboard continues to shift throughout the tournament. Events on the PGA Tour often unfold across 4 days, with players completing 72 holes in total. That might sound straightforward, but the journey from the first tee shot to the final putt can be filled with surprises. Unlike many sports where scoring happens quickly and frequently, golf is a game of steady progress. One great hole can move a player up several positions, while one mistake, just a single bad shot, can drop them far down the leaderboard. That's what makes following the scores so fascinating. Think about it for a moment. Imagine you're playing one of the most important tournaments of your career. Thousands of fans are watching in person, millions more are watching on television, and every swing could determine whether you climb the leaderboard or slide backward. How would you handle that kind of pressure? That's the reality professional golfers face every time they step onto the course. At major PGA events, some of the biggest names in golf compete against rising stars who are eager to prove themselves. Players like Scottie, Scheffler, and Rory McIlroy often appear near the top of the leaderboard because of their incredible consistency and experience. But the fascinating thing about golf is that it's never just about the most famous players. Every tournament introduces new contenders, young athletes who are hungry for their first big win. And sometimes those rising stars can surprise everyone by climbing the leaderboard faster than expected. This is where the excitement really begins. Because the leaderboard isn't just a scoreboard. It's a constantly changing story. A golfer who starts the day several strokes behind the leader might suddenly catch fire, hitting perfect drives and sinking long putts that move them closer to the top. Meanwhile, the player who started in first place might struggle with a difficult hole or a tricky putt. And just like that, everything changes. One of the reasons PGA tournaments are so captivating is the courses themselves. Many tournaments are played on courses designed to challenge even the most skilled golfers in the world. Narrow fairways, deep bunkers, water hazards, and unpredictable winds all become part of the challenge. One famous example is the iconic Island Green hole at TPC Sawgrass, which hosts the renowned The Players' Championship. On that hole, the green is completely surrounded by water. A single mistake can send the ball straight into the lake. Now imagine standing there with the tournament lead on the line. Would you take a safe shot and aim for the center of the green? Or would you try to land the perfect shot near the flag and risk everything? Moments like that are what make golf unforgettable. Another interesting aspect of the PGA leaderboard is how it reflects consistency. Golf isn't just about one amazing shot. It's about performing well over an entire tournament. Players need to stay focused across 4 rounds, sometimes dealing with changing weather conditions, fatigue, and the mental pressure of staying near the top of the leaderboard. And here's something fascinating to think about. In golf, the competition isn't just against other players, it's also against the course itself. Every hole presents a new puzzle. Golfers must carefully decide which club to use, where to place the ball, and how aggressively to play each shot. Have you ever noticed how some players seem calm no matter what's happening on the leaderboard? That mental toughness is one of the biggest differences between good golfers and great ones. Because when the pressure builds and the leaderboard tightens, the smallest decisions can determine who wins and who falls short. Another thing that makes following the PGA leaderboard exciting is how quickly the momentum can change during the final round. A golfer might start the day tied for 3rd place, but then produce an incredible run of birdies. Those are holes completed 1 stroke under par. That suddenly push them into the lead. And once a player reaches the top of the leaderboard, the challenge becomes even greater.
Why?
Because everyone else is now chasing them. The closer the tournament gets to the final hole, the more intense the atmosphere becomes. Every swing feels bigger. Every putt becomes more important. Fans watching around the world start to realize they might be witnessing a career-defining moment. And sometimes, those moments become part of golf history. Throughout the history of the PGA Tour, we've seen dramatic comebacks, sudden collapses, and unforgettable victories. That's why fans continue to check the leaderboard again and again during tournaments. It's not just about the numbers. It's about the story those numbers tell. So, here's a question for you. When you follow a golf tournament, do you prefer seeing legendary players dominate the leaderboard, or do you enjoy watching new and unexpected names rise to the top? Both stories make the sport exciting in different ways. Veteran champions bring experience, skill, and the thrill of watching greatness continue. But rising stars bring unpredictability and the excitement of witnessing the birth of a new champion. And that's exactly why the PGA Leaderboard keeps fans coming back day after day during a tournament. Because until the final putt drops, nothing is guaranteed. Before we wrap up today's video, we'd love to hear from you. Which golfer do you think has the best chance of climbing the leaderboard in the next big PGA tournament? Do you think experience always wins in the end, or can young players surprise everyone? Share your thoughts down in the comments. We always enjoy hearing what you think. And if you enjoyed this video and want more updates about the world of golf, major tournaments, and the stories behind the leaderboard, make sure to like the video, share it with fellow golf fans, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next upload. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Flag and hole.